And we are back for the final episode of the new year. Kamen Rider Gotchard. Holy shit. I mean, all the shows this week is holy shit, honestly.
Yeah, so pretty much I've mostly been saying this, but I don't like to judge Kamen Rider before the New Year's, because there's been a couple shows that felt a little lackluster before New Year's. Kamen Rider ZO being the main one that's on my mind. Because before then it basically felt it looked like it didn't know where to go. It basically had this weird ride armor time that it did that wasn't the best. And then after New Year's we got White Waz and we got Kamen Rider Waz, and it became the quality of the show just went up. Same thing with Kamen Rider Saber. I love those shows, but yeah, Gotchards. Oh man, the reveals that we got this week. We have
So
what is it?
Before we get into the actual episode, the things that happened that are relevant from the movie, because we obviously can't see the movie yet. Kamen Rider Majade, and then Kamen Rider Valvarad.
Dude. Okay, so I was telling you. Okay, so I was saving this for the podcast, but when I saw Kamen Rider, I was actually really happy when I saw Kamen Rider Valvarad, because he still looks like he's made out of trash. Because I think I've told you this before, but in Kamen Rider Drive, there is Mashin Chaser. Mashin Chaser becomes Kamen Rider Chase. They cleaned him up so much that I was like, what happened to the old suit? Because the old suit was so cool, and then they just made him this very, very clean hero, which makes sense, but I did not like that suit. But this time around, Valvarad still looks like Valvarad.
I'm looking at the chase versus the
Mashin Chaser.
Yeah, because he does look like he's a little trash boy, and then he's even in a white suit too.
Yeah, I mean, you see what I mean? I was really worried because, obviously, there was no way they were not gonna make Valvarad a Kamen Rider. There was no way, but it's like my friend and I were discussing this. We hope that he doesn't get Kamen Rider chased and becomes super clean, because we were gonna get really angry because Chase is one of the best characters in Drive. And they ruined his. Well, I mean, okay, it didn't ruin his suit, but I just don't like the suit.
Him being cleaned up a little, if they would have, if they kept the Valva design very similar to the suit, but they it doesn't have the dirt on it, I guess, or the rust. I could be okay. I'm glad they kept it though. I love this upgrade for him as a rider. I mean, it looks like a natural evolution of the suit,
It looks great. I'm really excited for it.
And then we got Majade, which is what I've been waiting for, which is Rine gets a suit.
Yes, because someone actually pointed out having to play a character where you have to be very stoic and aloof but still have charisma is really, really hard, and Rine hasn't had a chance to kind of shine because of it, because if you lean in too much into the stoicness, you look boring. Or
sometimes an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. And if you lean too much into breaking that, it kind of ruins the whole I'm supposed to be stoic type of deal. It's such a hard balance, and yeah, Renee's actress is doing very well with it, but at the same time, it's there are moments where oh man, kind of wish it could have been a little bit like this, leaning a little bit more this way.
Yeah, but, and also I just wanted her to get a suit. Having a female secondary writer is a good stepping stone.
And it's a good thing you said secondary too, because specifically, okay, so it's really funny. Bandai has not said anything about her being secondary, but the official Toei Twitter says she is the first secondary female writer. And she uses the cards Sun and Unicorn. And have you been seeing the meme captions people have been putting? For Rine, it's like I want to be as bright as sun. Okay, sure. Shoots the sun at you.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's so funny.
It's really funny. Unfortunately, I kind of wish I liked the suit more. I don't dislike the suit, but it's not my favorite.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, for me, I actually really just enjoy the suit because like it's it it actually is as someone pointed out, it looks like an actual new suit and not just like mostly recolors like a
No,
lot of previous suits
that's
are. Yeah.
fair. Again, it's just I don't know. I think it's the orange and white is maybe just not. It's just not what because I like the
Okay.
helmet, I like the visor, I like the shape of it. I feel like I'm just not the biggest fan of the colors, and it sucks. I just really like both Hotaro and Valorant have like really good color schemes with like the
Mm,
white, purple, black, and then just the orange and like cyan, like light blue. I think like their main color schemes are really good. So I just feel like
mm.
this one doesn't stick out as much, if that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But no like hatred to the suit. It's
Yeah.
just probably not in like my top suits.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
but it's still good. Like I don't dislike it. So for the Valva driver and for like the what's it called, the Alchemist driver, these are both little things that just go on top of the Gotcha driver, right?
Yep, it's exactly. It looks like it connects exactly where the Gotcha Excalibur goes.
Yeah.
So
So it
yeah,
looks like everyone's gonna have a Gotcha
yeah,
driver eventually.
yeah.
Okay. I kind of like that. Uh, I like the attachments more than like the just new drivers. What are your thoughts on
Hmm.
this?
So it really depends because like one of the things that was like discourse on Twitter was the fact that despite Renee being the first female secondary, her attachment to Alchemist Driver is P Bandai,
Yeah,
but Valvorad's is not.
yeah. I don't like it being P Bandai because I kind of want
Mhm.
both attachments. I mean, and I want Gotcha Caliber. Personally, I feel like it being a new driver really has to like suit the narrative. And so all of them using the Gotcha driver as like Alchemist, I think kind of makes sense, and them getting their own
Mhm.
like different attachments that go like their own like quote unquote directions, you know, with Gotcha Caliber, with Valve driver, and then with the Alchemist driver. I think that all like works really well. I think, you know, Gaim and
It's
Build did it in really good ways where it's like, why is there a new driver? Because we did an update, because the bad guys were making plans, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Actually, it's really funny that we think about that that you bring that up because I'm like thinking about it. Yeah, in 01, every single person had a different driver pretty much. Because like I actually have all four DX toys essentially, and there's still some that I don't have because you know they're P Bandai.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have the Force Riser, I have the Thousand Driver, I have the Shot Riser, and of course I have the 01 driver, and that's just for like the main characters alone. Saber just has different attachments for the swords like themselves, so
Right.
that doesn't change much, but it does still have a few different ones for like so it has like you know the twin sword I forgot a few of them, but yeah, there's like you know the big buster sword, like the singular ones. Yeah, there are a few singular ones, but for like the main riders themselves, they like the main three do share the same sword driver. And then after that, it was Revice. Revice had three drivers as well too. I'm just like counting in my head. Yeah, there's three drivers there, and they had attachments for a few of them. And then, as we saw in Geats, everyone used, everyone used just our desire, desire driver, and that was great because we pretty much only had two because we only had that and Division driver pretty much.
Yeah, because even
Yeah.
like the laser rise was something that went into the Desire driver. And again, I think you got to give me like a good reason for there to be like a new driver. I think in Gaim where it's like, hey, the Yujutsu Corporation was actively developing in the background. Here's a whole new driver for like the main riders. And even then, I feel like most of the time, even when there's a new driver, like the main character just gets like an attachment because Gaim just got like a mixer attachment for the sodas, and then Build just kind of kept building on the build driver instead of ever really using the splash driver.
Oh yeah, I love that. That was great. Yeah,
But
I love that so much.
but yeah, going back to this episode,
Yeah, the
we're
actual
getting
episode
yeah,
itself.
getting cute Christmas themes. I love that we that he's basically like, hey guys, anyone want to come work for me on Christmas? Renee, I need your help, please, 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 please.
Yeah, it's great. We have a cute one. Pretty much BCC that that what is it? Amalgam is attacking and is turning people into petrified. Of course, unfortunately, Kajiki Kajiki gets hit by everything in the show, man.
Yeah, rest in fucking peace, Kajiki. I'm really excited because I did hear that since even if they haven't been in the show, both Rine and Valverad's new suits are going to be in the opening starting next week.
Heck yeah!
So I'm finally just excited to have like Rine in the suit in the opening. Like, yeah, because I just felt a little sad being like, here's Hotaro. He gets like 2 suit transformations because he's the main guy. Rine just gets the alchemist school uniform, and at least Spanner has like the Valverad. Like, he at least has a suit,
Mm-hmm.
But so it'll be nice seeing that. We get to see kind of like a new bad guy, or like a higher tier bad guy, come to the Abyssal Sisters.
Yeah, and was it Garyon? So yeah, we like this episode gave us a second Gotchard, who's I believe using the ignite attachment, I believe it's called, or something. We have a new villain, one that isn't really using Chemi.
No.
Yeah, that was the craziest part. He beats the monster of the week, which also looked pretty good this week for the CG, and holds up the card, and it doesn't go into the card at first. You're like, what?
Because he's only defeated one head, especially because like the whole thing with Orochi is that you cut off one head, like that's not enough to kill it. You gotta kill all of them.
Yeah.
Gotcha Daybreak is what that's what people call it. I don't know.
That's what it was called. Yeah.
Especially because I think like the next episode is gonna be something Moonbreak or something, or like the moon. Anyway, Gotcha Daybreak is first of all, like the suit, because obviously it's like a recolor of the main Gotcha suit, but it's so funny because it looks like a little kid who's like, what do I make this cooler? Put fucking flames on everything.
That is
incredibly
true,
fucking funny. I mean, it still looks good, but like it's just one of those like, if you look at it from like it just looks like a Hot Wheels paint job. You know what I mean?
A Hot Wheels paint job.
You know what it does. Like they just put flames on. No, and again, this is me saying this while I like the suit. Okay.
No, I know. It's just really fun just calling it a Hot Wheels thing, but it's true. It's true. I'm thinking about it now. I'm just like, man, why does it have to be true?
I'm really interested, finding out more stuff about Daybreak. He shows up, basically like is able to handle Orochi in like his base form, but he just drops an ultimatum for Hotaro. Let me handle everything or grasp the future with your 2 hands.
Mm-hmm.
So, future Hotaro, maybe? I don't know.
Because it doesn't seem to be connected to the movie like immediately. It's not like like even though they are showing like the movie scenes in the opening right now, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. First of all, Daybreak probably has the coolest kid we've seen in the show so far. For also amazing entrance with him just being on fire. He shows up. He kicks ass. He has a really good kick. And, again, make your choice. Let me handle it or don't. I think this is going to be really cool if maybe this turns out to be like an alternate path that Hotaro can take in the future, kind of, but then maybe he doesn't. Mm-hmm. Kind of, I don't know if you ever watched, like, Danny Phantom or whatever. Where there was like the future movie.
I don't remember that.
There's a movie where basically the bad guy is future Danny who became evil or whatever, and he comes back and he's like, basically him changing the future is like, I'm gonna go on a different path. So maybe while this Hotaro may not be evil, maybe this is like a path that is quote unquote like the wrong path for him to go on if he wants to save everyone. Especially because this, Hotaro has all the chemis. So maybe this is a path which he forged on his own without any allies or something, or without his friends, so that's why he's coming back to try to fix things. I have no idea.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, like the only reason why I'm like it would seem a little bit weird is because like this Daybreak Gotchard like seemed heroic.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's evil. but I think he's from like a wrong path. So, especially the main thing being Daybreak, fire, yes, but Gotcha is light blue. This guy's orange, which is like the opposite color on the color wheel. So, my current thought is he maybe succeeded, maybe he collected all the chemies, but to do it, maybe he had to forsake his friends, maybe something else changed, and he's trying to like change that. You know what I mean? That's why he was like, I can come back and I can handle everything for you, Hotaro, but then it's up to me.
Yeah, makes sense.
Anyway, general cool episode. We had Daybreak. Next episode, we're getting Moonbreak Messenger. So I assume the moon is going to be quote unquote bad guy? Question mark. I mean, we see a guy. The moon head really reminds me of like the Griffith mask from Berserk.
It does. It does look a little bit like that.
It's just got that shape. Can't wait to see more about Daybreak. All the episodes have like so much shit to talk about, and we spent so much time talking about the movie stuff. Blazar.
It like the Ultraman is truly worldwide now, and I'm saying that as a joke because in the episode, America gets attacked as well too.
Everyone gets attacked. It was one of the things. One of the days I put the Blazar episode I was watching on the like TV that we could watch YouTube at work, like in the lobby. So I was just watching Blazar at the front, and one of my coworkers came up and was like, "Why do the kaijus only ever attack Japan? Do you think they attack other places as well?" And this week it's like, yeah, they attack lots of places actually.
It's
yeah.
And this week we saw America get attacked.
America got attacked, Nevada specifically. Big thing. Captain Gento apparently tried to avoid his physical, and then he gets knocked out by Blazar.
Yeah, Blazar's like, you will go to sleep now.
You will rest. It is not optional.
Yeah. That was actually really funny.
It's really funny, but then really scary because you're like finding out that like his muscles are atrophy, his bone density's down, and I'm like, oh my god! So these are the side effects of him turning into Blazar.
Yeah, that's insane to think about. Oh man, but yeah, it was like this episode was just like, it's really just setting up for a 2-part finale because I think we only have 2 episodes left that are happening in 2 weeks. So we have a 2-week break, and I'm like, oh man, a little sad.
A little sad, but I mean, hey, it's been built up. I kind of like that it's like we're building up and then we're just ending it instead of like building up and like, cool, now we need to stall for like 15 episodes.
Yeah. What's also great too, though, is that I was like joking around about this. Is just that ever since like I think like Mod 2, Earthy's just been getting wins. Earthy's just been getting wins. He
1v1 this episode, sort of. I love that. I love that. We got some random guy Michi who's like, I have discovered the space kaiju. We got all the Earth kaijus who are going to the reactors. We get some good fights. Earthy 1v1ing, Blazar 1v1ing. Again, very distraught about Gentaro's health right now.
Yeah.
Because, the big reveal that it turns out the reason they were shooting lasers is because they can sense the space kaiju coming, and because they're like an invasive species, they're just trying to protect their territory. That's really cool. It's intense to think about. Like, oh man, like and wow, they're and it makes sense also from like a perspective of like, hey, a bunch of stuff we've been seeing has been like some normal Earth kaiju going through their normal behaviors. Why did this one do something weird? And it was like, oh. That's why.
Yep.
Man, as always, just seeing the suits in action, especially Earth Garon, is really fun. They do the fight for real justice, and we basically find out, hey, they're helping us, so the tactical nukes get shut down, the lasers get to be shot up, then they get reflected. But the biggest thing is, the kaiju's not dead. The kaiju's on the moon.
Yeah.
Which is, oh my god, so it looks like maybe Earth Garon Mod 4, Space Garon.
Yep. Like that's what I'm hoping for now.
Also, this thing, I don't know why the feeling I get from this kaiju is this is only the first form. I feel like this thing has to have a second form.
2-part second form.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. It has 3 tongues too. I just noticed while I'm watching through it.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We get
another cute animated recap episode next week. So, or either next week or the week after that. I don't know when we're actually getting the break, but the next episode that'll actually happen will be the recap episode, and then we'll have the 2 weeks for the finale. All right, the biggest turn. I mean, we talked about this.
Okay, wait. Should we talk about this now and like get excited over it, or should we talk about Boom Boonger? Just the announcement of it, because we did just get announced.
We did. Okay. Holy shit! Those Boom Boonger images.
I am so excited, man.
I unironically love these suits so much. They look like a shitpost. I look at them, and this makes me feel like these would belong in like Akiba Ranger.
Okay.
Or like a parody account. But exactly. I love them.
So this is what I've been telling everyone about Boom Boonger. So like so remember how how I say about how I do not judge a Kamen Rider before New Year's?
Yeah.
I don't judge based on fursuits anymore, because I remember when ToQger going, Trace, look at these suits, they look so simple. It's my favorite Sentai.
Here's the thing. I unironically also love the ToQger suits. I still have not finished ToQger, or I've seen the first episode, but I haven't like gone through ToQger to like it that much. I like the ToQger suits. They can be simple and just fine. I think these are hilarious. I think the fact that they have 5 wheels on each, because I don't know if you've seen, we've got images on the back.
That's crazy. Yeah, they have 2 wheels on the back as well. I saw.
I'm not the biggest fan of like the gray down the side. That's just a personal again, like that's just like a color choice. Maybe because it was like red. Like maybe doing the full color wouldn't stand out as much. I feel like maybe like a black would look nice, especially kind of with the racing suit aesthetic. I'm not sure. We're gonna see. I'm hoping that just like in kind of like RPM, they have like Healy powers where they can just kind of like room on their feet.
It's like you said RPM, and in my mind I had to go wait translate. Go Andre. Yes. I do like that.
Yeah, I just know I haven't seen Go Andres. I've just seen it's RPM, fine. But since it uses the footage, they have the like the speed up mechanic and the little boots.
Yes. But yeah, and also one thing that we should talk about, because since we are about to go into deep story, is that so I was like wondering like, oh man, how are they gonna follow up the good story of King Oger? So so they announced that Atsuhiro Tomioka is the writer for Boon Boonger, and oh my god, I looked at this dude's stuff. He has worked on like almost every on like. Oh, okay, it is there, dude. Like, he has worked on almost every single, like, kids collectible show you could think of. Like, he has worked on Battle Spirits. He's worked on a couple episodes of Beyblade. He has worked on, like, Captain Tsubasa. He has... What was it here? He did series composition and the script for 18 episodes of Digimon Adventure. But most importantly, he did... so much Pokemon. He's written so much for Pokemon, and he's also done a lot for. He's also done some stuff for One Piece as well too. He's done the script for 59 episodes of One Piece. We have so I am like we're probably gonna get a very childish series this season. Next season,
all, I don't even care. Just so we're clear.
I know, but like
I love kids cartoons or kids anime.
Exactly. I am so excited for this, but. Man, like I cannot wait to see what he brings to Sentai, because oh man, especially after this episode, oh man, I just like it's like I don't know if I could call it my favorite over ToQger or Dawn Brothers, or man, these last 4 seasons have been so good. Okay,
just so we're clear, Dawn Brothers is in a separate category of why I love it though. Like I don't think it's fair to put Dawn Brothers, because it's just not the same.
Yeah, it's like a console war, and like it's the Nintendo console wars. Nah, you guys fight. I'm over here.
Yeah, like this has nothing. You guys have nothing to do with this. But yeah, no. I don't know. The Butcher, even if it's silly, like I think it's gonna be fine. I fucking unironically love the suit. The visors are really stupid, but I love them for that.
It's so cute. Yeah, I love it.
I think we have two other colors because we've only seen I've seen the poster with two, but I think they said they have like a yellow as well. There's like two more.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to.
It's like a 5-man.
I don't remember.
I just don't remember the other thing. Going back to Botchard real quick. I don't even know if this is like the main thing for Kemi X story. I didn't even realize this. Did you know that there's either going to be like another version of Kemi's story or something else with Flo?
Oh, the one with Flo? Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't listen to it yet, but I don't know if it's out yet. Yeah, we have Flo now. Like,
yeah.
So
because there's Kemi's story that's just back on, and then there's Kemi's story back on in Flo, and yeah, I'm excited about that.
Oh man, yeah, it's exciting. It's so exciting,
especially with this fucking album cover.
let me see the album cover real quick. Dang!
I got you with the Kemi cards. That's so good. Anyway, we have the betrayal of the century.
Yeah, and we like when the last episode said we will tell you the story of Raklas. Oh my god, I did not realize this entire episode was I want to say a recap of this of the show, but
I mean it was the other side of the story. We got to see everything Raklas has been doing intermixed with like the fight between him, Gira, and Duga. Which, oh my god, that fight was cool too.
Yeah.
The two brothers united as one for once.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting evil.
Man. It was so good just watching that. I'm like, man, how like it's like how can this get any better? And then you're just like, damn.
No, and it's so perfect because like Raklas in his own way literally did what Gira did first. He saw an injustice, decided I will become evil to purge it. And then Gira just was like, got in his way and did the same thing. Except at that point, Raklas decided, well, I can put all my hope on Gira. I'm going to build myself to be an even, like, worse guy because I know Gira will be able to save us.
Yeah, it was just really funny seeing him do that. Like, it's like Gira just kept getting there first by accident, essentially.
Yeah, and not even by accident, but I mean, it made sense. Like, Gira didn't know the details, and Raklas was straight up like, I'm about to, like, I'm willing to sacrifice people or, like, let people die because I know this for the greater good, because, I'm against the guy who can, like, destroy the whole universe, basically.
Mm-hmm.
The Suzume being way more coherent to the why she's obsessed with Raklas thing is actually so...
Yeah, that was what?
Yeah,
and then
having kind of like a more compelling romance where like they're actually married and they maybe actually like are in love, and then her being like, you can always give me a kiss, and him obviously feeling bad that like he's the bad guy right now, like I have stuff to do.
Yeah, I have stuff to do.
Drinks the poison and dies.
Oh man, yeah, that was just funny.
And again, I love that Raklas like through the entire thing. So when he talks about Gira, he's like, "You got in my way every time, but you did what I could. You won their trust. You rallied everyone, the people, the countries, even Jeremy."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then at the end, when like what also really got me in this episode was at the end where where Raklas just like it's like where all the kings like surround Raklas and they each say how they're gonna help him out. Like, wow,
everyone comes by because everyone's been being told the story by Navowski as we're experiencing it, and oof.
Yeah, I need to work on him. It's like I can't let him die until I repay him. And yeah,
this shit was so good, especially because like right before we have the fight, my name is Gira. I'm the older brother of Rackles, Hasty. Even though he bore his honor, he was caked in blood. He did it for the people, and I'm proud to be his brother. Especially right after, like, Rackles is, like, so self-deprecating in the scene. He's like, I'm weak, and this is, I'm weak and worthless, and I can't fight the way that he can. That's why I have to do all of this. But, like, damn.
Yeah.
Even if he's someone who descended into evil and wickedness, he is a king who did these things to save his people. I'm going to conquer the world. Also, I don't know if Doug Dead is dead. We saw the explosion, and then it, like, reverts, and then we see, like, the little tardigrade form.
Dude, that crazy, like, rewind explosion was such a cool effect. Because, like, the explosion just looked normal, and then it was bigger the second time around. Yep. And again, I'm not sure how they composited that. Yeah, it was... Yeah,
the tardigrade is, like, that's the little guy who's, like, riding in his helmet.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering, like, how is he coming back? Is he coming back? Question mark. We said it was 48 is going to be the total, right?
Yeah, because Boon Boonger, like, says, yeah, it's coming Boon in March.
Boon. I have a whole... Anyway, yeah, he has more stories to tell. I have to be the one to treat him. He has to pay me back. Everyone just showing up and saving him immediately with, like, no... like with nothing needed to be explained, like, really warms my heart, especially with just there and the relationship with Gira. All of it's so good. Looks like we're gonna get even more backstory about the Galactic Zen King, Shuganam, and you. And next episode, we're also getting the truth about everything, incredible secrets, something to find the laws of time, and he's been sentenced to death. So, like, I don't know. It looks like we still have a little bit to go on this series, like, before we, like, wrap up. But this is still intense.
Yeah, exactly. What's also crazy, like, what I really appreciate about what they did with the series, or at least with this episode, I should say, is that like I said, it wasn't just a recap. Like, we actually were being interspersed with Dabowski telling the story, and we still got the fight between Doug Dead and Gira. Like,
and again, it's not so much of a recap as we were getting, like, the other side of the story, because it's not like we were just being told the same things we saw happen. We were seeing, like, new footage for the other side of what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but man, it was just so good, man.
Yeah, it was amazing. Whew. And with that, thank you so much for listening. We didn't really do an intro because we had a lot to get into, but as always, I've been Sleepy Witch with
DJ Azure, the 2.5D here, Talkatuber.
Later.
This program is brought to you by
our unending love of tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
you can also find us at Ko-fi at Half Hour Henshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at halfhourhenshin.